Thank you for staying with us. Let's now get into business news. Kenya is not at risk of defaulting on its debt and has no plans to seek debt restructuring to aid in its repayment. This is according to the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yattani, who was appearing before the National Assembly's Committee on Finance and Planning. Yattani says he's optimistic that the country's debt indicators will improve once the economy reopens and exports pick up. KTN's Brian George Otieno begins our business broadcast.
Contribute to have a pickup.
National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yattani says Kenya's debt spiked in 2017 after the country borrowed 1.87 trillion shillings between February and August 2017. Yattani, who was a few words shy of placing the blame on his predecessors, argued that the spike necessitated a review of the debt ceiling to enable the government continue to borrow and fund its development projects. National debt currently stands at over 7.12 trillion shillings, 2.8 trillion shillings shy of the revised debt ceiling of 9 trillion shillings.
I am very optimistic that our debt indicators will improve as the economy opens, and it is actually opening, and exports will rebound after the global shock.
The breakdown in terms of old lender ratio is 39% in multilateral debt, mainly from World Bank, with bilateral debt standing at 30%, while commercial debt is at 31%. However, key domestic corporations including Kenya Airways, Kenya Power, KenGen, Kenya Railways and Kenya Ports Authority have been guaranteed by the country in their debts.
But the commercial windows are not necessarily expensive, very expensive, but maybe slightly more expensive than the multilateral. And we are quite prudent in terms of where we are getting from. The available interest rates are diverse, but we've been borrowing at an average of about 4%, 5%, which in our view outweighs the benefit of achieving all those faster development.
CS Yattani moving to reassure that committee that Kenya's debt is sustainable, reiterating that there is no need to see loan restructuring.
As a country also, we have to look at the implication of asking for postponement of debt or forgiveness of debt. We mutually sometimes we can agree, but we have not reached a point to say that we are finding strain in payment of this. And at the moment, our debt payment is sustainable, and we have no intention yet.
The 2021-2022 financial year budget will be a hard one to draft, owing to the economic ramifications caused by COVID-19. And with the plot thickening further with the debt situation, which remains Treasury's key focus to steer, how exactly will we manage? Brian George Otieno, KTN News, Nairobi.
Now, the national carrier Kenya Airways has resumed